Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
And it's Van Basten. Lovely, now then. Adriano! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Cannavaro. He's a sharp little ball here.
This is the time you need that pace.
He won't be happy with that one. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Timber receives it in a wide position, and they can counter here. He's had it taken off him. And it's Bellingham. To Nielsen. Shot, surely! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Brzezinski. Timber. Bellingham. Threads one in. Header! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Zanetti. Adriano, always looking for that half a chance.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And the shot! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Luton are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's two now without reply.
and things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now, can they get him away? That looks a good ball through. And he's only too happy to take that back. Hernandez, and the counter is on. Adriano running with the ball. It's Camavinga. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Rosicki, and that should get the job done. Here's the header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Timber. Davids. Half an hour played now. Nicely weighted ball. Hernandez. Rosicki. No, that's been intercepted. That's been slipped through. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Zanetti. And it's Rosicki. Played out to the left flank. Hazard. And this is Adriano. That has been cut short. That has not gone well. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Adriano, it's Adriano! And this is Hazard. Bayer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Danielson has created one goal already. Zanetti gets a foot in here. And the shot's on here. Adriano! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Inter really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Adriano. Tries to pass it through. Good read, needed to be. He's hit it long. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Stoichkov. Adriano. That's been cut out, well played. And there's the end of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Here we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Looking for options for movement. Elects to cross. Corner. It's their second corner of the game. Van Bouten tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's another good win of the ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Rosicki. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Bellingham. Timber. Hernandez. And this is Adriano. Aimed beyond the defence. And Stoichkov! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, they could be caught out here. Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Beckenbauer clears. And it's Scholes. Zanetti. Now that looks a deep shot at goal! And here's Azar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he get onto this? Cleared away. Shoots! I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Substitution in progress.
So, third corner of the game. That has been knocked clear. Now it's Bellingham. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
3-0, and things are starting. Rosicki! Oh, he's hit the bar! And that's off target.
Inter are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Inter Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Bernardo Silva. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bernardo Silva. Van Basten. And the shot! It's in! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
The goal scored.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And that means just one thing. Matt tries a shot! And that is faded wide.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Rosicki. And it's Hernandez. Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. So what can they make of this?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. Big chance! And he hits the net! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
78 minutes.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's become a case of men against boys.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's Hernandez. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, it's Bergkamp. That has been slung wide.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Zanetti. Maradona. It's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva can so cleverly bypass the press. He's found a way through. A header! And he's missed it.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
13, Danielson.
Gravenberg.
Coming on the field.
And it's Scholes.
Number 18.
Bergkamp.
Erling Haaland. Number 9.
No joy this time.
Time.
Excellent indication. Beckenbauer. And it's Bellingham. And it's Cannavaro. Bernardo Silva looking to add to his goal. Now it's Gravenberg. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Hazard. And the shot! Adriano. Hernandez. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Inter Milan have very little in the way of excuses here. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again.
Decent chance! And that was probably asking just too much.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Nice looking ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Messi. Oh, good take in a good area. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, that's neat. And it's Maicon. Messi. And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Pelé plays it short. Ball driven towards the far post. And that has been knocked clear. Lovely feet. Played backwards here.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's really well manoeuvred. Pelé purring through the gears.
Zanetti.
Gattuso. Picked out brilliant. Pelé! Oh, split-second reaction.
Pelé clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This their second corner of the game. Pelé with the short one. Inter Milan still without a single shot on target. Hernandez gets into some space. Hernandez crosses. Pelé conjures time and space where few can. Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And this is Pelé! He's cut it out. Spread out to the left. And here's the chance to counter. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's Adriano! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Pepe. Messi. And it's Totti. Hernandez. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Messi. Messi tries making a foray down the right. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, what a... Oh, shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played in. Terrific header! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Zanetti.
And it's Stoichkov. That looks a good ball through. And this is Adriano. There's no... Adriano! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. And it's Messi.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Maicon carries the ball down the right. Maicon. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Pele. He's having a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Totti really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's been taken short. An instinctive delivery. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Azar. Totti. And it's Messi. Driving through the middle. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And here's Messi. It's a promising position. And this is Messi. That's a good ball out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Looking for options for movement. Incoming delivery. And we hit half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Il proprietario dell'auto blu parcheggiata davanti ai cancelli è invitato a spostarla, altrimenti sarà rimossa. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7. Hazard.
Here we go again.
Per il numero 10.
0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Gattuso is one of those players who's known for... And a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Hernandez. Scholes. Inter Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
It's Ibrahim! Oh, it's hit the post! And this is Messi. Knocks it out wide. That's an excellent interception. Now it's Del Piero.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Can he spark a counter here? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gattuso. Passing is crisp and sharp, looking to play him in. He has a look up. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Ibrahimovic. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
And here's Ibrahimovic. It's a good spell of possession, this. And the finish! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Played out wide. Messi, he's picked his way through. Pings in a chance! It's bounced back off the post. Stoichkov. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Stoichkov. He's shifting through the gears here. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Out to the left it goes. Threads one in. Bale in acres of space out wide.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Scholes. Rosicki. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chance, surely! It's a goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Looking tidy in possession here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 18, numero 14, Scholes. Lasciano il campo per
Inter Milan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
And it's Gattuso. Totti, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's fabulous. And that is masterful defending. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Zanetti, and here's Bergkamp. De Bruyne. Messi back and defending. And there goes the final whistle. Inter Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and a goal.